Welcome back to Vice City. We are returning to Florida in the Grand Theft Auto universe for GTA 6. I am so excited. It looks bright, it looks beautiful, and as someone that's missing, craving Need for Speed Heat, well, this kind of gives those vibes, but on a Rockstar level, as we'll see throughout this trailer. So I wanted to do a bit of a breakdown, talk about things you may have missed, because there's quite a heck of a lot in this trailer. And actually, obviously, the trailer did leak. The trailer came out early, and I actually genuinely saw it and thought it looked fake for a couple of reasons. The main one of the reasons, though, it looks really CGI, but that just shows that the animations are so insane on this game now. I genuinely cannot believe how good some of the animations look. They've done an incredible job. Anywho, let me break it down for you. Let's talk about the cars. Let's obviously talk about the map, and if Rockstar are going to keep that normal Rockstar love, that flavor that we kind of look for. This is something that was discussed, that they may tone things down, but there are a few things in here that kind of say maybe otherwise. It's worth showing this shot to show how vast everything looks in this world. It's crazy, considering they've also got the swampy areas of Florida included, and the city just looks massive. And from what we know, it seems like we're actually gonna have multiple locations. This excites me for a few reasons. You can see it's divided up into separate locations, as Florida would be. And I don't know why, but if you've played GTA 4, the toll booth area kind of excites me a little bit. For those that don't know, it's a fun little quirk. As you drive through, basically the police will come after you unless you paid a toll. I don't know, it's a cool thing. Florida has tolls everywhere. It's just like a fun little detail. Now, this shot has so much to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. So I saw a little bit of confusion about them being real cars. No, that's never going to be the case with GTA. It just doesn't make sense. It's cheaper and better to build your own and have great aggressive lawyers to fight anyone that thinks that they look like real things. Anyway, so the Porsche round down here, not new. This is the Fiesta. The only thing that I could think is possibly new from this shot, other like the ones you can't really make out in the background, not really sure. The Aventador, I don't really remember the Aventador looking so Aventador-ish. Like, of course, if you've not played GTA Online for a while, you might have missed some of these cars. There's also very obviously a BMW X7 over there. Sorry, not an X7 at all. The Zentorno. Can I just say, the Zentorno was the first sports car that I bought, and I remember GTA Online so specifically. Me and my two friends, we went and bought our first sports cars in GTA. We lined them up. A guy came over to look, and we were like, wow, he's impressed with and then blew us up. From that moment, I knew how GTA Online was gonna be. But I just want to say that Dodge definitely has a little bit of a difference. The Cheetah Classic being in this shot is so sick, because if you didn't play Vice City originally, the Cheetah Classic model was of that time. The Cheetah completely changed in GTA 6. It looks something like this. I kind of hated it, to be honest, and I was really glad that the Cheetah Classic came back. But it's pretty obvious based on this trailer that the thing's going to be set in modern day, which is super cool. That was actually one of the shots that kind of confused me. It's a lot of the character shots are so insane that I just can't believe it. Now, this is quite interesting. We have got takeovers in Vice City, or at least some point in the story, a takeover of sorts happens, and I think that's awesome. Do you know why I think that's awesome? Takeovers. Everyone in the car community hates takeovers. I can't wait to get my RPG out. I'll blow these okay, but seriously now, it's super cool. Like, it's a fictional game. It is a bit of a nuisance, the whole thing, for the car scene, but there's so much stuff for car people in this trailer alone. Considering GTA is not a car game, this is so cool to see. Anywho, their idea is they're doing, like, it looks like actually that guy might be holding a camera, and they might be filming kind of like a music video, as we saw in one of the previous shots where they were like twerking on the car. I don't want to show that again, but it looks like a takeover kind of inspired part of a music video. It's quite hard to tell from any of these cars if there's anything new here. They actually all in fact look pretty cruddy cars. Like, that looks like a Crown Vic equivalent, and it doesn't look anything spicy there. There's not much to see. Hey, that's the music video. Alligators walking into every store and everything. This is the most Florida man thing I have ever seen. I also noticed in the top sign, this is one of the most Rockstar things in the trailer I've seen in a while. Have you seen bad guys wanted for panty sniffing? Like, they're clearly still there. Maybe they've toned it down a little bit. We'll have to see. I'm going a bit nervous in that front. However, clearly, Florida Man is Florida Man, including this gas station with the big old truck. That looks like a Dodge Ram. I don't think anything like that is in the game. It even looks like a proper dually setup with extra wide arches, from what I can tell from this. But then as you continue, look at the size of that thing. As you continue, the Sand King XL drives by again. It fits the theme. There's gonna be so much to feed the soul in Grand Theft Auto. We've got some really a few cutscenes of people getting on top of cars. America. You've got the America Club. We've got the Jukes in the background, it seemed like. Another shot of the Crown Vic, but as a police car, which is super cool. Now, something I did notice on this highway shot, the overturned car actually has its wheels inwards. Now, Rockstar doesn't use CGI, at least from what we know. None of the trailers have ever included it. They've always used in-game stuff. Maybe it's on a crazy extreme PC this time, but ultimately, it should be some form of in-game. So the fact that those wheels are turned in on themselves, definitely, it's very interesting indeed. But it's also worth noting the police cars. We have got Dodge Challenger police cars. Not Dodge Challenger, but inspired by Dodge Challenger police cars, which I think is super sick. A lot of people are hoping the 6-star wanted level returns and tanks return on the highest star level. But if you think about it, there's basically tanks like this, and that might be the 6-star wanted level that we're hoping to receive. There's also a little hatchback here that looks like a Scirocco. The Blister Compact was kind of that, but it looks a little different. I don't know. It also looks absolutely tiny in America. I completely forget. Every time I go over there, I'm like, everything's massive. Yeah, no, that's not the Blister, is it? That looks kind of different. It looks more, it looks more Corolla at the front, is what I would say. We also have the shot of the dirt bikes and stuff. Whoa. We're going a bit fast here. There's so many little details. The Banshee, baby, right in the top corner here. If there's any the GTA car for the current generation, so GTA 4 onwards, the current era, the current whatever, that is the car, the Banshee. But also the wide body Fister classic from memory is there as well. We've also got Dodge Charger cars that look, it could kind of be Fords, could kind of be Dodge Chargers. Either way, these cars are going to live on in GTA when they are gone from the real world, because they are being ripped. And this GTA is going to be the GTA for the next 20 years probably at this rate. So hey, it was pretty cool to see those cars. Now, I just want to give a big shout out. Thank you, Rockstar, for allowing us to have the tooth gap. Like, seriously, that's the... I'm going to put that on my... Let me put it on my GTA character. The PMP is also returning. We'll get another shot at that very shortly. The PMP, based on the Cadillac, the PMP in GTA 4, absolutely loved it. The advert in the background for a lawyer of some kind. Who hurt you? Pisswasser still advertised in the corner there. And our first and kind of only glimpse at how the vehicle physics work. So back to the beginning of the trailer, we've got these shots here where they're, you know, celebrating outside of the car and things. I'm kind of curious if there's actually any of this, or if it's just kind of animations, if there's something we can do with this. Main reason they bought FiveM, and the fact of doing animations and stuff outside of your car would be really beneficial for role play stuff. So I'm really curious to see how they go with that. But anyway, in the background here, we have definitely got a new car. The man's leaning out the window, taking a video or picture as well. It looks kind of like a Rockstar special, to be honest. It doesn't look like one sole car. Maybe NSX inspired with the light, but that seems to be about it. It looks super sick though. I'm really impressed by that. So anyway, this shot here gives us a look at what I could kind of imagine would be like the Grove Street of this area, this map. This is going to be super cool, and it really shows that they're properly just in on like car culture. Right over there is our PMP with a proper lowered stance, looking really awesome. It looks much better than it used to look in GTA 4. I used to love the PMP in GTA 4 because at the time my dad had a Chrysler and it looked like this, which yeah, super sick. We've got the return of Donk, super cool. And in the back, you'll actually notice over here, We've got a Cullinan. I'm not going to pretend to like that. But I am going to say there's 2 Donk vehicles here, and they are very different vehicles. Actually, there's 3. They're all different. So the return of Donks, but on multiple car bodies. I'm happy about that. What I like is they're not obviously shying away from the fact it's black and Latino in this area. Something I know Rockstar has done in the past when they're building these worlds is go to the location, kind of stay there for a while. I think they did that with Compton, I remember, and which is kind of wild. And we've also got this ugly Ford thing. It looks like a Ford. It's yeah. You know, I just want to say I appreciate the ugly, boring cars because they are really required. I'd say more so than the nice supercars to some extent. So throughout this video, you'll notice this one obviously being right in the bottom corner, Thrillbilly Mud Club. So people are kind of speculating what this could be. Is it separate stories or just kind of separate arcs that you can follow, like the side missions? I'm kind of leaning with it's going to be like the side mission thing, but it looks like they're going to be properly political in this, which is great because Florida. The body cam footage is definitely one that threw me off in the animations. That looks amazing. I can't comprehend that that's in a game and not in like a cutscene or CGI or something, because Rockstar don't do that. Also, we got Tim the Tap Man at home. Hey, he said that himself, okay? Fine. So there's the not Crown Victoria. We have got advertisements as it cures emotions. Hey, the Rockstar humor is somewhat still there at least. So that's what I've picked up on. I may have missed some things. You guys, of course, can pick out any bits that you may have noticed. The last final thing I kind of wanted to touch on was how the cars and the driving and stuff is going to be, because that is ultimately a huge part of it. Now, from this trailer, there is only one clip that we can actually see the car sliding and moving, and that's kind of the most important thing that I think GTA 4 did better than GTA 5. It's literally something I've been replaying back and back to try and just make sure, but it seems like there may actually be a lot more depth to the physics this time, which would kind of make sense. However, again, from the early stuff that people may have seen, it didn't really look like it was crazy in depth. It actually looked worse. So ultimately, it looks like they were rebuilding the handling. So it seems like they're going full out with it, and they're doing a pretty good job showing a muscle car doing a nice little slide. I hope the definition between the cars really shows again. With the muscle cars in GTA 4, they would just wheel spin constantly. But it looks like overall there's going to be enough for everyone, a good mix of cultures, and what Florida, basically, it's doing it well. And I don't think overall, if you want my actual opinion, I didn't think the trailer was incredible at first glance. The little details, once you watch it back and back again, that is properly where it gets interesting. And obviously it may have been soured by the fact that the way we saw it, but ultimately I am very, very, very excited for GTA 6. 2025 it's not great. I was kind of sad by that. However, I'm happy that Rockstar are taking the time that they need. A lot of issues in this industry right now are based on setting just on an impossible date. Normally Rockstar would reveal and set a date for next year, but it seems like rather than doing that and then delaying it, they're just going full out 2025. It will be ready. So what do you think of the GTA trailer? Let me know, and check out some of my GTA content here, because I've got a lot.